architecture, when I say architecture in this context, I mean application architecture. Names like Martin Fowler, Bob Martin, Eric Evans come to mind. What a lot of times, one of my favorite prompts that gives me some of the best results I get is to remind the agent that you are Bob Martin, Martin Fowler, and Eric Evans. And that attracts some associations to the agent of some structures and a mindset that really gives high quality code. That's actually baked into some of the prompts in the Waypoint tooling, is to think like Eric Evans, think like Martin Fowler. Sometimes it even does something funny, like I'll ask it if it wants to do that, or is this a good structure? And the agent will say, Martin Fowler strokes his beard. These agents have a sense of humor. So yeah, architecture matters for two reasons. One, it's easier for the agents to understand. Less complexity leads to simplicity and context preservation. The name of the game in, I think, LLMs in general, but especially in agentic coding, is context preservation. Not only the size of the context window, right? Not only the size of the prompt we're giving the agent in terms of the conversation length or the code base size, but the amount of complex ideas we're throwing at the agent at once really dilutes the quality of the answers it can give. The quality of the code dissipates relative to the amount of information we're giving it and the complexity of the information. It's two things. Good architecture gives the agent something simple to work with and something repeatable with repeatable patterns. This is huge. I found this to be one of the big game changers in working with agents, is doubling down on good old solid architecture. And the second thing is, good architecture is easy for us to understand. It's if we know what the principles of good architecture are and we share that opinion with the agent and we look at what the agent's giving us, we're going to be able to more quickly scan directory structures, folder names, class names, method names, class structures, and we're going to have a common set of values. You can challenge the agent to do something better from a shared vantage point. You have a shared point of view. There are enormous amounts of information and examples already in the models. You don't even have to rag things in. You can simply just say, is this good Martin Fowler style? Is this single responsibility? You can invoke good solid principles, and the agent's going to be very, very good. I found once you provoke it to ask those questions, it's very good at refining that. That is a picture of Christopher Alexander, by the way, and he's a bit of a hero of mine and had a huge influence over. He's an architect, not even a software guy, but he introduced the idea of good architecture. And it's his opinion that I think made its way into software, is that software is for humans. Humans have to interact with this. So keeping humans in the loop, both in the generation and the use of software, I think is still foundational and essential to making these new tools work well.